Kilo y Clark. My name is Aaron Villa. I'm here to perform my air brake test, to perform my commercial driver Class A license to California. To do this, I'm gonna put my seatbelt first, and I recommend it you do too. Okay, first I'm gonna put my switch on to check my ABS light work properly. Okay, my ABS light turn on and turn off. This indicate work properly. Now I'm gonna filter out my tanks to the maximum capacity to this vehicle. They no exceed the 140 psi by California state law. To do this, I'm gonna put my transmission in neutral, check my parking brake and my trailer spring brake. They both activate and make a safety start in my engine. I proceed now. Ya cortó, pero yo me esperé unos 30 segundos más para que la aguja se quede ya bien. Okay. My tanks is filled up at 120 psi. They not exceed the 140 psi by California state law. It's a work property. Now I'm going to start with my test. My first test is a static leak test. The purpose of this test is to check when my air tanks and my air system don't have any leaks and no more than 3 psi in 1 minute. To do this, I'm going to put my transmission in a low gear. I'm going to turn off my engine and release my parking brake and my trailer spring brake to reduce pressure. After my needle stabilizes, my minute is going to start. Okay, I proceed now. Okay, my needle is stabilized in the 95 psi. My minute starts now. Okay, my minute is over and my needle remain in the same place, 95 psi. This indicates I don't lose no more than 3 psi 1 minute. It's a good test. My next test is going to be applying pressure test. The purpose of this test is to check I don't have any leaks in my air lines, my brake chambers, and my whole air system. Shoot no more than 4 psi in 1 minute. To do this, I'm going to apply my service brake and hold to reduce pressure. After my needle stabilized, I'm going to wait for 1 minute to check I don't have any loose, no more than 4 psi in 1 minute. I proceed now. Okay, my needle stabilized in the 80 psi. Hay que tomen su tiempo para que pongan el timer si están haciendo. Okay, my minute start now.
Y le presiona la breca.
Presiona la breca.
Okay.
Pero sin moverla, ¿eh?
Ah, no, sin moverla. Ayer me estaba temblando la rodilla a mí, pero de los nervios que estaba. No, de lo nervioso. Me estaba temblando la rodilla y se... Okay, my minute is over and my needle remain in the same place, 80 psi. This indicates I don't lose no more than 4 psi 1 minute. It's a good test. Okay, my next test is going to be my low air warning device test. The purpose of this test is to check when my buzzer alarm and my low pressure light activate or they activate between 55 and 75 psi. To do this, I'm going to put my switch on. I'm going to apply my service brake until my service is activated. I proceed now. Okay, my buzzer alarm and my low pressure light, they activate in the 65 psi. This indicates it's a good test. Okay, my next test is going to be my emergency pop-out test. The purpose of this test is to check when my parking brake and my trailer spring brake, they pop out between 20 and 45 psi. To do this, I'm gonna apply multiple times my service brake until my parking brake and my trailer spring brake, they pop out. I proceed now. Okay, my parking brake and my trailer spring brake, they pop out in the 30 psi. That's between 20 and 45 psi. It indicates it's a good test. My next test is going to be my governor cutout test. The purpose of this test is to check when my governor stops sending air to my tanks. To do this, I'm going to put my transmission in neutral, check my parking brake, my trailer spring, they both activate and make accepted start in my engine and wait till my tank they fill it up to the maximum capacity, then no exceed the 140 psi by California state law. I proceed now.
That's a safety start?
Safety start cuando le das, las agujas se mueven y luego se regresan.
Okay, safety start.
Y también le llamas un safety start porque chequeas que todo esté bien, ¿sabes? Siempre haz un double check para que él vea que estás atento a lo que estás haciendo. Cuando le explicaste el proceso, decir, ok, I'm going to put my transmission in neutral, I'm going to check my parking brake, my trailer spring, they both activate. Ok, I proceed now. Ok, con clochas, chequeas que esté neutral. Ya lo prendes, haces que queden las agujas, lo prendes. Y antes de soltar el clutch, otra vez lo chequeas que esté neutral, acá. Y ya las otras clutch despacito. Despacito, porque si te llega a mover, pues rápido lo vuelves a meter y ya lo frenas. Pero ya, sabiendo que está neutral, pues no se va a mover. Pero que él vea como que estás seguro de lo que estás haciendo, pero siempre trata de hacer un double check. Yo repito, porque the purpose of this test is to check, cuando digo los 3 PSI, digo ahí 3 PSI y cuando termino lo vuelvo a decir para decir que no es...
Ya sea en el 4 o 3, dependiendo, ¿verdad?
Del 4 o 3, díselo 2 veces al empezar y al terminar.
Antes, primero y después.
Ya cuando terminas, que dices, okay, my needle remain in the same place. This indicates I don't lose no more than 3 psi. It's a good test.
The same place quiere decir que es la misma numeración que le dijiste.
El mismo lugar que
si es 85, el same place.
El mismo lugar que Luego cuando dices, my needle stabilized in the 85 psi. My minute start now. ¿Cuántos minutos termina? Okay, my minute is over and my needle remain in the same place. O sea, está en el mismo lugar, y ahora dices 85 psi, indicates I don't lose no more than 3 psi or 4 psi, I start good test. Ya okay. My governor cutout is at 120 psi. The no exceed the 140 psi by California state law is a good test. My next test is going to be my governor cutting test. The purpose of this test is to check when my governor starts sending air to my tanks. To do this, I'm going to apply my service brake and release to reduce pressure. Pressure that will be no less than 100 psi. And wait to my needle stabilize. After my needle stabilize, I'm gonna count 10 seconds by 1,000 and wait to my governor start sending air to my tanks. I proceed now. Okay, my needle stabilized in 110 psi, 1001, 1002, 1003. Okay, my governor cut in is in 110 psi. This indicates it's a good test. Okay, my next test is going to be my brake test. The purpose of this test is to check that my parking brake, trailer spring brake, and service brake is work properly. To do this, I'm going to put my transmission in a low gear, and I go in a low gear and check all my brakes. Okay, I proceed now. Okay. First, I'm going to check my trailer spring brake. To do this, I'm going to apply my trailer spring brake and release my parking brake. I'm going to try move my truck forward. Okay, my truck tack, but don't move. This indicates my trailer spring brake is work properly. Now I'm going to check my parking brake. I'm going to activate my parking brake and release my trailer spring brake. I'm going to repeat the process, try to move my truck. Okay, my truck tack, but don't move. This indicates my parking brake is work properly. Now I'm going to check my service brake. I'm going to release my parking brake, my trailer spring brake, and I'm going to move my truck 3 to 5 feet and no more than 5 miles per hour and apply my service brake to start my truck. I proceed now. Ya lo muevo, 3 o 5 pies. Freno, okay. My truck is completely stopped. This indicates my service brake is work properly. Also, my steering wheel no move to left or don't move to the right. Indicate I have a good wheel alignment. Okay, now I'm going to put my transmission in the neutral. I'm going to activate my parking brake and spring brake. I'm going to turn off my engine. Okay, with this, I conclude my airbag test to perform my class A commercial driver license to California. Okay.